I want to touch base with you this week about a few things, in particular, the fact that we have October MAP. MAP stands for Monthly Academic Progress, and the cutoff for the checking of your progress is this Friday at 4 p.m. So, what does that mean? Well, that means that you know how every time you log in, you see what week we're on, and this is right now week 6 of the semester, and you have an LPC, a learning plan contract that has week numbers on it. This is it over here. And so, where I would hope that you're working is in here in week 6. Now, not everybody got to start on September 8th or September 7th, okay? Most people got much later start. So I understand that you're probably not on week 6. Some people are on week 6 or beyond, but they got started early or they have more time to work on it. I do not want you rushing through your work. I want you to learn it and then move forward, okay? So, um, this is where you started, week 1, and these are all the activities that you should be doing in Odyssey, in the Compass Learning Odyssey. I know they have different Compass Learning Odyssey. So, and then you come back and you do checkpoint 1. So that's back over here on your main course page. So let's look at this page for a minute. This is a student's page. I logged in as a student, and you can see this student has completed all of the welcome module. They've looked at each of these or turned them in, and they're all marked off. They have gotten into the everyday resources. The Compass Learning Odyssey is another one of some resources here. It tells, like some of you want to know how to review a previous lesson. We'll go to your Compass Learning Odyssey module. That's how to review a previous lesson. And then this student has finished these lessons and done checkpoint 1.1.1 and these first 4 checkpoints. So that means as long as the student has also done all of the supporting work in Compass Learning, then they're on track. Okay, so this is the second week's worth of work in Compass Learning. This is the third week of work in Compass Learning, and then you come back and do 1.13 in the course. And then week 4, you do these lessons in Compass Learning, and you come back to the main course and you do checkpoint 1.1.4. Uh, Another thing about the checkpoints is that I did used to have words in there that said you absolutely have to show all your work and all your thinking. So my apologies if those words are not in there, but that is what I expect from your checkpoints. I expect you, if you have to do a multiplication or an addition or whatever, even if you do it in your head or on another piece of paper, I want you to write it down in your answer on your checkpoint, okay? So let's see. Let's move into this is part of week 5, checkpoint 1.2.1. So this student, if the student was right here on Friday, then this student would get an academic meeting, AM, satisfactory, because they are at week 4, which is within 2 weeks of where you're supposed to be. So if you are anywhere in week 4 and it's now week 6, you get a 2-week leeway and you'd get AM, academic meeting. If you just started though in the last few days or in the last week, I'm going to take that into consideration and and I'm not going to be giving you academic probation if you've gotten started and you're working towards. But if you've been in for a good amount of time, then I expect you to at least be within a couple weeks of where we should be. Um, So if you're behind that, if you haven't like done any work, if you've been in for 3 weeks and you've done like one thing, then you're probably going to get AP, academic probation, which means it's time to look at a different way of getting your work done. Okay? I would expect most of you will get AM, academic meeting, and there might be a few of you that have actually gone beyond week 6 and started working into week 7, and that would be academic exceeding. Okay? So I want to take a moment now to look actually in the Compass Learning Plan Odyssey, what that would look like. Nope. Okay, so you can see this student has been working in here, and you can see these check marks as they go. And if you get to like a quiz, like here's a quiz using tables, a quiz will bring you back through up to 3 times if you don't get a passing score. And if you want to actually take it again, you can do that. Or if you want to review a lesson again, you can do that. You just have to go back to that Odyssey module over in here on your main page, and it gives you directions, specific directions. But I'll tell you right now, the specific directions are you find out the number of the lesson that you want to go to, and then you put it down in here in this little um, magnifying glass, that number, and it brings you right back there. Okay, Thursdays from 10:30 to 11 and 11:15 to 11:45, I will hold live conferences. You do not need to come to both. You should come to at least one of them. I did check with the classroom teachers that have students in there, and those times seem to fit with most everybody. So I won't put it up until after Wednesday, and it should come to you and say you've been invited to a conference, and then you're just going to end up joining. Um, and also, it says conferences now on here, right? This is a student one, so let's see what this says. Okay, it says conferences, and it says concluded conferences, and it says there's a recording. So as a student, you can go to the recording, you click on conferences, and click on this one, and you can go to last week's recording, okay? And then this week I'll put a new conference in here, and I'll record that if you really, really can't come to it live. All right? Any questions, you send me an email or get a hold of me. You can email me through, let me show you that too. Move this over just a little bit. Click on this inbox. Okay, click on the inbox and it should pull up a place to record. And then you, this little pencil here, compose a new message. You click on that. And then you have to find me. Select course. So you're going to have to select the course. And then you're going to have to select the person, teachers, Mrs. Norda, okay? And then put a subject in here. Tell me what it is that you want to say, and then write me a message, and then click send down here. All right? So that's how to get a hold of me. And I'm going to stop the recording then. Have a good week, okay?